So tonight, what we're going to do is, we talked about this, the Maasai mother who had followed the 6 keys to an achievable outcome. You don't have to have these keys. It's great if you make them conscious so that you can then put them in your subconscious. There's something you were aware of as a child when you were learning to walk and you couldn't talk. You could still sense these. You were able to state in the positive by feeling it. There's mom and dad and my brother walking on 2 legs, and I'm crawling. I want to do what they're doing, and you sensed it. You absolutely felt in the positive. I can do that. Then you started seeing. You felt sensory specific. You started seeing that they were higher than you and you wanted to get higher. You started seeing that they were moving faster than you because you were crawling and you wanted to move faster. You started sensing what it is that they had that you didn't yet have, so that you got your subconscious mind involved, because that's where the pictures are formed. Now, you knew there were some resources you needed to make it happen. You got that. You needed somebody. You needed your mother's apron to help pull you up, your father's pant leg, the dog's leg, the chair, the dog's tail or chair, anything to help pull you up so you could begin to balance and learn to walk. You knew that. You instinctively knew it. When mommy stuck out her 2 fingers, you grabbed them. You grabbed them because you knew you needed that. You also knew you needed to use your hands to grab her fingers to get your balance, all intuitively. And what has to happen? You also knew you were going to have to lift 1 foot and move it forward. You saw them lift 1 foot and move it forward, so you knew you had to do that. So all of this, as simple as walking, nothing is more complex than walking. And all of this was going on. Was it congruently desirable? Was it something that you felt you wanted to do with your whole heart and your soul? Absolutely. Everyone's walking around and I'm crawling here. I want to be part of this clan. I want to be part of this family, this tribe, this community. You absolutely. What would you be willing to give up? You were willing to give up falling down and hurting your bum, falling over and skinning your chin. You were willing to give up. You were willing to take pain and give up the safety of just crawling, because this was huge for you. Self-initiation. Who's going to do? Who you have to be, and who's going to do it for you? You had to do it. You started crying and putting your arms out. Okay, you want to try again, honey? And you grabbed mommy's hands as she picked you up so you could try again. You got that. If it is to be, it's up to me. And you started trying to do it even when they weren't around. You would start to grab yourself and try to get up and stand up all by yourself, wobbly like this, because you got that you couldn't sit there and mommy couldn't do it for you. All of this is just instinctive, it's intuitive. And was it ecologically satisfying? Yes, you wanted to be part of this world that was walking through outside into other rooms and looking higher at things, seeing out the window. You wanted to, it was very ecologically satisfying. And what's the best that could happen? You could actually walk alongside daddy or mommy or your brother. You could pet the top of the dog when the dog was standing up, because you'd be way up there. You were thinking these things. It's your own primitive way of thinking. And what's the worst that could happen if you didn't learn to walk? You'd be crawling, and that was unacceptable to you. That was just unacceptable. Well, you did it. So it's not something new. And then you did it with talking. And all of this was a normal process for you. But you hadn't yet heard the 60,000 no's that everyone gets slammed with between age 2 and 6. And there's your problem. When you when you got hit with those 60,000 no's, you started forgetting all of this. And you started protecting yourself and wanting to look good, wanting to be accepted, wanting to get praise for fear that you'd be rejected.